Outrageous example of government red tape on a spill. That story time in tonight's 2-minute drill. Let's welcome our panel. We have marketing strategy consultant Julie Roehm. From the Fox News Medical A-Team, Dr. Mark Siegel, author and entrepreneur Jen Gruber, and in Nashville, Tennessee, country music star Larry Gatlin. Let's fire up the clock. We hear time and again when it comes to the spill, let's get the job done. But we also hear repeatedly about red tape getting in the way. Well, as we just mentioned in the last segment, the Netherlands made an official request 3 days after the spill to bring equipment in. Problem is, the Maritime Law in the U.S. prevented foreign flag ships from entering coastal waters. The Dutch say the Obama administration told them, and we quote, thanks, but no thanks. Does it get any more silly than this, Larry Gatlin?
No, it's another example of style over substance. You remember after World War II when General Patton was, kind of trying to get things in Berlin back to, he said he got so much nonsense from the politicians. They said, you're using Nazis to run the trains. He said, that is all we have in Germany right now, and if the Nazis can get the trains there on time, I'll use Nazis. I don't care if a bunch of Martians landed on Bourbon Street and said, we'll go down there and fix it. If they could do it, get them down there. That is preposterous. And Jen, another example of style over substance.
And it shows you, Jen, that the more government is not necessarily the best answer. Sometimes more government just gets in the way.
Well, it's getting in the way of innovation right now. And right now, we really need to find the people that are creative and innovative and coming up with solutions. We need a united front between the administration, Republicans, Democrats, everyone, other countries, anyone who wants to help right now. We should let go of the ego and bring in everybody to contribute their knowledge.
I mean, I agree. Look, all this political debate. Is the president angry? Is he not angry? Is he showing emotion? Is he not showing emotion? What I want to know is, he's going to sleep at night and oil is pouring out of this well. Let's get everybody in there that could do something.
And the Jones Act was set up at the early part of last century when we were in major global conflict.
Was that Maritime Act that prevents the Dutch from coming in?
And maybe the ass kicking that needs to be done is the guy who kept the red tape in place.
In fairness to the administration, by the way, they have kicked some ass, and apparently they've cut the red tape, and now the ships are coming in. Well, Arkansas incumbent Blanche Lincoln winning her Senate primary against George Soros and union-backed Bill Halter. A White House official was even quoted by Politico saying organized labor just flushed $10 million of their members' money down the toilet. So how big a blow to unions is Lincoln's win?
Well, I'm amazed at the New York Times headline today, which says incumbent holds her Senate seat in Arkansas race. Whatever happened to the general election?
Yeah, that's a little premature.
Is he reading this paper? What about the Republicans? By the way, he's winning in the polls. So the New York Times is pulling a fast one here.
But what does it say, Julie, about the unions, the power of the unions? They didn't get this. They spent a lot of money on it.
Well, as you know, I live in Arkansas, and so it's, been watching it very carefully. And I think the big issue for me would be that these unions have put $10 million, their pensions are underfunded, they're a mess in terms of their management, and they just put $10 million to help support a cause that is clearly lost. And it's a shame, because that money could have been used for much better purposes.
That's true,
yeah. As an entrepreneur, I love this message that's being sent.
Which is?
It's saying that unionized labor it's not working the way it used to. It doesn't matter. It's not the power. People want to have their voices. And the problem is when you look at what happened with the car industry, that union, the whole unionized mentality is what helped it crash and fall apart. So people are realizing, and we're learning from mistakes a little bit, and it's becoming that more free spirit American dream, entrepreneurs, the small business owners coming and saying, you know what, we need a collective voice that speaks for the people, not the union.
Larry, we don't want special favors for special interests, and we want efficiency, and unions don't give us that efficiency. They're all about special interests.
Well, there was a time in our country when obviously they were needed. We know that workers, got the short end of the stick back in the 20s and 30s. So when the unions, came into being, it was for the right reasons. Now, I mean, does anybody not realize that Detroit is almost non-existent because the unions have run business, General Motors, out of town? So I take my hat off to the good people. Arkansas, they did the right thing.
All right. We got it in there. Iran.
I got buzzed again.
UN sanctions as valueless, pesky flies. That was their expression. Vowing to continue its own nuclear work. Critics over here dismissing the sanctions as far weaker than even the administration had hoped for. Ultimately, the international blacklist grew just modestly to keep Russia and China on board. supposed allies Turkey and Brazil actually voted against it. Has President Obama now run out of diplomatic cover?
This is a classic case of the definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. We've tried sanctions before, and frankly, Iran knows that once they get a nuke, that they're untouchable. And so short-term pain is really worth it to them.
The word of the day is impotence. We're impotent against the oil. We're impotent against Iran. We're talking about travel bans here and assets being frozen. We're talking about nuclear weapons. We have to do something much more powerful.
I agree. We need to be so much more aggressive and astute and aware and not turn back 6 months or 6 years from now and say, we actually should have paid attention.
And Larry, they're laughing at us. Let's be honest. The Iranians are laughing at us. Say, oh, another UN sanction. Yeah, like that's going to work.
David, you said ass and you buzzed me a while ago. I don't believe that.
Oh, we didn't buzz you because you said anything wrong, just because you ran out of time, just because you were talking to us. And quick, you got to hurry
always
again.
give me the United Nations is what's the deal? What you are speaks to me so loudly I cannot hear what you say. The United Nations. I mean, we know what they are. Those sanctions are as useless as a hog with a side saddle.
Ooh, a hog with a side saddle. I like that. Coming up on deck, injuries, pain, and suicidal thoughts. The remarkable rebound of NBA